Good morning, everyone. Hope your week is off to a great start so far. So I wanted to kind of share a story that I think is going to be helpful for you. So I'm sure a lot of you have followed the Joe Dispenza teaching, and he has some great meditations. Sometimes I find them to be a little mechanical, but I think it's good for people who are kind of getting into the process of meditation to kind of figure out how to loosen up the mind. And he's got some really great stuff that I just absolutely love. And I highly recommend all of his courses and all of his meditations. I still use a lot of his meditations today. But Spirit brought a story or a memory to my mind today, and I wanted to share with you guys. So again, you know, with letting go, it's so great. I love the letting go process. It is absolutely the crucial part of living a happy life, to be honest with you, and being detached from what's going on in the day-to-day environment. I also think it's really important to send intention toward what you want in your life. Kind of like I've said before, I've learned that sometimes we get so into the letting go piece that we lose the intention around what it is we actually want to direct our life toward. And there's a clear difference between this state of scraping, wanting, and setting a clear intention for what you want, right? So, about a little over 3 years ago, just before Thanksgiving, actually my family and I were up in the Colorado mountains and getting ready for Thanksgiving. We had rented a little VRBO up there, and we were gonna do Thanksgiving and hit up some fishing the next day. It was gonna be a glorious weekend. And it still was a glorious weekend, but not in the way we had planned. So I slipped and I fell on black ice. There was an ice storm the day before we got up there. And I broke my leg really bad. I broke my femur and had to be rushed to the hospital and immediately had surgery that night. It was a big deal. But during the process, my brother arrived and he just helped me kind of welcome things. He helped me let go. He helped me just kind of accept what was going on there in that moment, right? And so it was horribly painful, but also very beautiful at the same time, because I did really get to detach from what was going on. Now, it was horrible pain, and it was like not a good experience. I'm not saying that I like drifted through breaking my leg in like an angelic way. Not at all. Lots of bad words were said. But through the process of recovery, I wanted to kind of tell you guys this story. So I like the Peloton bike. I'm a big Peloton fan. And up until that fall, it had been like a daily part of my routine. And I would do my meditation, I would get up, go do my bike, get ready, and go do my day. It was awesome. I loved my morning routine. So I decided through recovery that I would implement Joe Dispenza's teaching. You know, he was in a horrible bike accident, and basically sat in the hospital and healed his body by visualizing. You can probably go look that story up. I don't even know where it's at, but I'm sure it's all over the place because it was such a profound, he was never supposed to walk again. He was like a triathlete, I think, and he had a horrible bike crash and vertebrae. It was bad. So while I was recovering, I decided that I would continue to do my Peloton. But while I was still not able to actually physically get on the bike, I had the app on my phone, and what I would do is spend some time every morning and I would pull up the workout on my phone. And I would watch that workout, and I would visualize myself doing the workout as it was going on. I would feel in my legs, my muscles pushing the pedals. I would feel the strength in my bones. I would feel the strength in my muscles. And I did that every day. And then I was able to get back on the bike and use it without resistance for a while, and I still did that. I still visualized my muscles powering through as if there was resistance. And all the while I'm doing the things, right? So like kind of what we've said, I'm not holding on to the 3D. I'm pushing against the 3D. I'm saying, hey, it is what it is, right? We're gonna go do the surgery, we're gonna go through the physical therapy, we're gonna do the things, and we're gonna have joy in it. It was such a joyous period of my life. I was so surrounded with love. And again, I did not float through that experience like, oh, this is so wonderful, I broke my leg. No, it sucked. And there were moments where I was like, this is stupid. What am I doing watching this workout video? I should be sleeping or something else, you know? And like, there were my moments where I was just like, ugh. But I continued, I just persisted, and I just allowed all those frustrating moments to be there and just was like, okay, well, it is what it is, right? We can't sit here and wallow in it because that sucks. So now what? So I went through the physical therapy, I went through the things, and I continued to visualize, I continued to do my exercises with Joe Dispenza type of visualization, and just feeling that in my body. Because if somebody, you may not know, let me quickly tell this story. He tells a story about, they did an experiment with people who, like a group of people, some of which went to the gym, some of which just visualized exercising, and surprisingly, the people who visualized and didn't go to the gym had similar results to the people that were going to the gym, lifting weights and exercising. So that's where I got this from. Anyway, long story longer. I like to ramble. Hopefully you guys find it helpful, though, these little sidebars I take sometimes. The physical therapist, he was constantly trying to hold me back, which he kind of got on my nerves because I was just like jamming. When I was in physical therapy, I was doing my thing, and I just felt strong. Like I was doing my exercises and visualizing and just feeling strong. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna do what I know is right, within reason, right? I wasn't like putting myself in harm's way in a defiant type of way, because that's also resistance. So anyway, towards the end of my physical therapy journey, he was just like, he's like really surprised. He's like, I just am shocked. You do not have nearly the atrophy that we see in patients who break their leg. And I was like, oh, well, there you go. And I kind of told him what I was doing, and he's like, yeah, okay, it's whatever, it's fine. And so that was January. In fact, actually, January, I think 8th or something like that, I was able to get off my crutches and walk, start to walk again. And in March of that year, middle of March, 2 months later, I went fishing. And when I tell you I went fishing, I went hiking through the mud, several pounds of mud on my boots, winter hiking in the backwoods fishing with a fishing guide friend of mine. And I said, don't take it easy on me, let's go. I want to do this. And I was tired at the end of the day, sure, but I did it. And I recovered way faster than people normally recover with a leg injury like that. So I just think that's fun, you know. I think that, like, if you're working on anything in your life, visualize, rehearse doing it. Dress rehearsal in your mind, doing it, right? There's a bit of a thing, you know, about that, psychocybernetics and Joe Dispenza and all the people talk about kind of just playing that out in the movie picture of your mind, and then just letting the 3D be the 3D, you know, continuing to get up and, you know, be on crutches and go to physical therapy. Okay, 3D's here. Thank you, 3D. I'm visualizing this. And I was able to recover way faster than normal people who don't visualize and put those things into practice. So I just wanted to share a little bit of that story with you. Hopefully that's helpful. Spirit brought that to mind today. So love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful week.